and other commissioners, I think Gulie and Boya Mod, had climbed down to the podium. So, in your view, was that the moment when these 27 constituency results were going to be announced? Or what was it? Thank you.
Chair.
Because he's not had something, then says, Omogeni says, Catherine, in that order.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, commissioners. Can I have one go? You know, we are here because this is for posterity. We just want to know the truth.
Co-chairs,
Yes.
there are so many questions. I wish you let us respond to some, then we move to others.
I guess this is the final one. Probably.
By the some could be related.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not so that the ones that are related, you don't have to answer me and answer Opio if we ask the same thing. Answer generally.
Yeah, you know, this
we are not in court one day.
This is for historians to record. That's why we are undertaking this process. I remember in 1937 in the US during the reign of Franklin Roosevelt, the fight to defend the Supreme Court of the United States of America. When Roosevelt wanted to add 6 justices to water it down, one senator was so emotional, fought for Roosevelt so hard that in the evening he just collapsed in his room and died, and the president lost the fight. Now, as we want to know the truth from you, the trial of O.J. Simpson, the gloves were given to him, and the jury said, if they fit, you murdered. If they don't, you didn't. The question in the room is how to apply Article 138(3)(c). The Supreme Court has said in paragraph 49 that the chairman cannot arrogate himself the power to receive the result from the polling station, as Commissioner Omar says. The Supreme Court says you receive the results, and the chairman and you, the 6 of you, supervise and oversight the tally. That if you did that, then the constitution standard was met. The question I am asking, did the 4 of you participate in a graphic form? Did you participate in receiving results? Just give me like a returning officer has come from Borabu to Bomas. He has the results Senator Omar is referring to. They arrive at Bomas, and you are supposed to verify and tally the results. Did you collectively, in compliance with the Constitution, jointly verify those results and tally? If you did not, you tell us, it goes on record. You did not, we know that was only the chairman. Therefore, that will be contrary to the provisions of Article 138 and the findings of the Supreme Court. I wish I can hear that from each one of you, the 4 of you. Then number 2 and final. You know, this constitution that we all say the supreme law of the land. In Article 86, obligated you as commissioners. It says that that is voting. In every election, you as IBC will ensure that whatever voting method and the system that you deploy, you as commissioners, must be simple, accurate, verifiable, secure, and accountable. If we wanted to verify the results that were announced today, if we want to do a verification, is the system that you put in place secure? Is it verifiable? Can we open and see what is in those servers? In your own word, you are the people who put it in place. Can we verify the results that was announced by the chairman? If you could answer those two questions, it will give me some comfort. And then finally, I just wanted to know, there is a finding by the Supreme Court in paragraph, I think, 59, okay? And they have made a very far-reaching finding on the integrity of the entire process. What could you describe was the role of the CEO? And maybe what he told us was a committee of I think, verifying and doing the tallying of the results. What role did they play? If you compare your role as commissioners vis-a-vis the CEO, who would you describe as the person who was very central in the tallying of the presidential results? Thank you.
Catherine?
Thank you, Chair. Mine is just one specific question. The Form 34s kept on streaming in, and we were seeing it live. You continuously filled these forms by yourselves, especially, okay, I'm sorry to call you the Cherera 4, but the 4 of you were seen on record. 6 days, 6 nights, you are announcing the results day and night. Which results were you announcing? And which results were you reading if there was no verification? Are you sure you are announcing your own stories, or that was even hot air now? Thank you.
Chair, I think very related to Mheshimiwa Catherine's question. Actually, the question is, out of 46,229 stations, you actually announced results of 46,202 polling stations, because the last ones that were not announced due to the skirmishes that were happening there were 27. So which results are these of 46,207 polling stations that you people announced for the last 6 days, 6 nights? Who tallied them before you came to announce to Kenyans when you did? And why was it a problem that the last 27 polling stations were disputed? 27 constituencies. What happened that they were not announced? Maybe you tell us exactly how it is that Ngulia could not even make an announcement of the results in the 27 constituencies. According to the IBC Secretariat, they said, and this is, I may not paraphrase the CEO, but this is what he said. When the results, he said that for every polling station that was announced, the results were verified by the agents of the various of the presidential candidates. They would verify the results based on what they had received themselves from the ground, and once they were satisfied, the results would be announced. Now, why is it that you're trying to create a narrative that these results were not true, yet you announced them yourselves for the past 6 days? And one of you actually in your press at Serena said, we've been working very well until this morning. Very well until this morning. That you found the gap was so narrow, you said you will not accept that. One of you commented that in that meeting of the final 27, you will not accept, the gap is too narrow. So whose interest were you representing, if I may ask?
Lastly, just from where Governor says has stopped, indeed, at the Serena conference, Commissioner Nyang'aya, you are the one who averred that you have worked so well until this morning. And therefore, if you had worked so well, and you are receiving results, you are being verified, and we are all in Bomas. I was in Bomas myself. The whole floor of Bomas, that is the exercise that was going on, of receiving, verifying, that verification being done even by party agents, including our own party agents, who unfortunately on the fateful Friday when there was violence here, you saw even their gadgets being stolen on the floor, the full glare of the media. So until the day you went to Serena, everything, in your own words, seems to be okay and you're working so well. Two, you have said that the commissioners, and even in your presentation, Commissioner Anderi, you said you did not, the commissioners never verified he was chairman and a group he had selected. I would want to know, in your own understanding, if the commissioners are to verify, did you logically and with all practicality expect that from the 40-something thousand forms coming into Bomas, 7 of you were expected to verify and tally yourself, 7 of you, and that question had been asked by Senator Omar earlier. And in all previous elections, you may not have benefited from conducting another election, but at least 3 of the other commissioners had conducted another election before you. Did you logically expect that 7 of you would sit somewhere, tally all the forms? You have also said you had never seen any of the Form 34As, 34Cs. They are all on the portal, IEBC portal. And I respectfully heard what my senior counsel, His Excellency Kalonzo, said in terms of publishing election results. But if you read the Elections Act that was guiding your work as commissioners, I think it's section 39(1)(c) of the Elections Act, says that determination and declaration of results, the commission shall determine, declare, and publish the results of an election immediately after the close of polling. And 1(c) says, for purposes of a presidential election, the commission shall publish the polling result forms on an online portal maintained by the commission. And I believe that was done. So I want to disabuse the notion that it has to be necessarily in the Kenya Gazette. The law is very clear that even on the online portal where all those forms are published, did you, as the 4 commissioners, the Cherera 4, Christian Cherera 4, attempt then to even tally? Because it doesn't mean that if Chebukati said you do not tally and the results are on a public portal, you cannot tally, and you ought to have known if what you're telling us that you truly believed that it was your work to tally, verify each form and tally it yourselves. I would then want to believe that unless you abdicated your responsibility then as commissioners, you ought to have been tallying. Did you have an alternative tally that led to the assertions that were being said at Serena, that the gap is too small? You do not agree with the results. And as has been said here by other people who are presented before us. Lastly, you are here, 2 of you. And Commissioner, I don't know whether Commissioner Cherera is out of the country or here. Commissioner Irene Masit says she's out of the country on security concerns, which have not been reported to the police other than to her advocate, Donald Kiporin. Maybe, I don't know if he runs a police station in his office. You are here yourselves. What level of security do you have? Do you have any security threats yourselves? Because as much as I saw you walking in confidently without not looking fearful at all. What is it that you have done that has not instilled fear in you and instilled to your two other colleagues, or is it the question, with all due respect to Governor Cecily and Catherine, that the two are ladies and you are men? On a light note. Yes. Go ahead, Commissioner. Was that Masit? Commissioner Masit?
Yes. Yes, I want you to allow me to.
And I don't know why you didn't. Did you want us to see you, Commissioner?
I don't put a lot of time.
Commissioner, are you able to unmute your video icon so that we are able to see you, to be certain we are speaking to you?
Actually, I'm having challenge. It's my phone.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay, go ahead.
But
Go
it's
ahead.
me, I'll do it after.
Go.
When I'm through, I'll do it when the others are speaking so that you can see me.
Okay,
So that
go
I
ahead,
take
go
time
ahead.
to open it.
Go ahead.
Okay. What I'm asking is, suppose where I am, I need to go somewhere, so I want to finish and then I just follow because of anything. One, the issue of Kulia not announcing the 27th. Actually, when we had met and agreed at 10 a.m., that day 10 a.m., Kulia was to go and announce. So to say that he was to announce and then the fracas started, it's a lie. He should have announced before even the chairman could announce the results at 4 p.m. So the reason why he said he wanted to announce, and the reason why he didn't announce, he knows the reason why, because he kept them personal and never announced. So he delayed, it was from 10, he was